Sorry for the lighting, it's not that great. Neither is my voice. As you can see, I am back in the hospital. Day number three. Technically day number 3, yeah, because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So came in late Monday night to the ER. So I have a blocked kidney. There's a really big stone there, and it's just not passing. It started, today's Wednesday, it started Monday night, like that. I was fine. I had had a little nausea earlier on in the day, and I did notice that I hadn't peed a whole lot. And then around 9:30, this pain came on in my left back, and I immediately thought it was a stone, like immediately, because there's no other pain in the world. I've had stones before, but it's up. Sorry, it's always been in the front ureter, and it's been like a long time since I had a stone. And this one was just too big to pass on my own, and Mom ended up having to call 911, and they came, and I'm telling you, I've never had this much pain in my life. I've had a lot of painful things happen to me, but never have I felt pain like this before. And nausea, oh, it was so bad. I felt like an animal when I got to the ER, like I was just running on fumes, and hadn't really eaten or drank much during the day, and just hadn't felt just great. But I just thought it was one of those days. So I came in Monday night, and then Tuesday morning yesterday they told me that I had to go for surgery and that I'd be put on the emergency list. But unfortunately, as with everything, because it's actually functioning, I'm not like urgent to get in like right away, which is always a good thing, actually, believe it or not. It means you're not as sick as other people, and I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, they told me yesterday morning that I'd have to go for surgery. I thought I'd be sitting down in the ER for the whole time, but they got me up to a room. It's a double room. I only have one roommate, and she's very quiet, so it's very good. Sorry that my voice is so bad. I was crying and throwing up and all that stuff. That stuff seems to have settled, but of course, the issue is the IVs. So the the ambulance guys took about 3 tries before they got it at the house. But they pumped me full of meds like right away, and they just kept pushing it through, and it was right in my hand, of course. And it just, last night it blew, which is too much pressure. So the alarms were going off, and then I just noticed my hand was getting puffier and puffier. So I was able to take my meds last night with a few sips of water because I'm NPO until I have surgery. They did give me some food last night when they figured that I wasn't going for surgery until today. So I had like some Jello and some water, and I tasted the water. Oh, it was like heaven because my mouth was so dry. And then last night I couldn't sleep, so I ended up having a shower around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I've just been laying here ever since. I just saw the surgical team, and they're hoping to get me in sometime today. I'm really hoping they can, just so that I can start recovering. After the surgery, I will have a stent in to open up the ureter to make sure that any other stones are able to pass, or the remnants of the stone that they're going to be able to pass. Luckily, they don't have to cut me open. They just go up through the urethra, and they take a couple of pictures, and then they zap the stone with an ultrasound, and they break it up so that it can pass. And the stent is placed in so that the ureter stays open while it's passing, because it will So this stent will be in place for anywhere from 3 days to a month, and it actually has like a string that hangs out that I just pull it out whenever I've healed after they do the post-op check. So yeah, I was so grateful to have a shower last night. I just felt so gross, and I had been sweating really bad, and ugh, it was disgusting. So I had to change my clothes and just feel a little bit fresher, and I think I'll do that. Like, if it doesn't happen today, I will do that like every night until I know that I'm going just to feel human. So yeah, so I'm just gonna get some nausea meds, and it's about 7:30 in the morning, and yeah, so yesterday was Valentine's Day, and there was a volunteer that came around last night and gave me a Valentine card. Sweet. Anyway, the IV nurse is gonna come in this morning and restart my IV, and yeah, so I will update everybody when I know what's going on. Alright, peace out. Hey everyone, it is, I think, just past 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. I am still waiting for surgery. They came in today to say I was going to be going in after 7, but I haven't heard anything yet. The nurse gave me some Tylenol just to keep up with the pain in between other meds, and I'm just waiting now for them to tell me if I'm going in or not. I have a feeling I'm not. I just have this weird feeling. It's getting late, and I don't know if they go 24 hours here in the OR. I know they go at least until midnight, so I've got a little bit of time still, I think, to get in, and I have a feeling it's not going to happen tonight, which, man, I was bleeding really bad, and this is a mess. This is not good. I just want to get it over with, and I don't want to read too much about it right now because I'm scared. Anyway, I will fill you guys in when I know. Bye. Hey guys, it's me. It's about 9:30. They're coming now, or in a few minutes, to take me up or take me down. I don't know quite where, to the OR. I'm really nervous. I know it's like a relatively safe and short procedure. Hopefully I'll be back within an hour and a half or so. I'm just really nervous, and not getting my regular meds and all that stuff is really difficult. And it's really embarrassing too, I think. Like, just the whole procedure and whatnot, but it shouldn't matter, but it does. Anyway, so I'm all ready to go, and just have everything out for when I get back to get changed back into, because I'm basically naked, other than a gown. And then I'm just hoping to run to the bathroom real quick when they get here, just to, because I'm bleeding a lot, just gonna clean up a little bit, and yeah. So they should be coming any minute. But guys, I don't want to be negative, but I just know that so many things medically end up fucked with me, so wish me luck, and see you later. Bye guys, love you. Hey everyone, as you can see, I am at my mom's house. It is Sunday, February 19th at 3:46 in the morning. I just had to wake up to take my medication. Yeah, so I got home Thursday night. Thursday night. I ended up, I think the last clip was me waiting for surgery on the Wednesday night, and then right after I made that video, the nurse literally came in and was like, your surgery's been canceled again. And I was like, I knew it. I had been sitting there for so long, and I had had that feeling earlier that I was not going in, and they just kept saying, you are. And then finally at 11:45-ish, I think, she came in with a shit ton of food and drinks for me to take in, and then telling me that it would be in the morning, but of course I wasn't sure what the heck was going on. So I was exhausted by this point, like absolutely exhausted, and so anxious just from sitting there waiting. So she came in with a ton of food, lots of drinks, and then like around, I guess it was like around 12 something, I went to the bathroom and was bleeding pretty heavily, and I honestly thought that the stone had moved, and I called my mom and told her, and when I talked to the nurse about it, I said, I think maybe it's moved, and she said, well, we still got to do the procedure, because the surgery will look at any damage that there's potentially caused and whatnot. So I ended up literally passing out. Like, I was so exhausted that I literally just went boom, and I couldn't even swallow the food that was in my mouth. I was so tired. I had to spit it out, and then I got woken up around 5:30 to see if they could get an IV in. They couldn't, of course, and they gave me like tons of fluids to drink before 6 o'clock because they couldn't get an IV start, so they needed to put me full of fluids. So I had to drink, and then around 9:30, all of a sudden they came in and said, you're going down. Like the bed was there and everything. So they gave me like 2 minutes to wash up and brush my teeth and get undressed and wait for, or go down to the OR, which was like another experience altogether. Literally, I went down there and, the IV nurse came in right before I went down and got an IV in my arm, like my upper arm. After trying again, I literally was poked over 14 times in 3 days, and yeah, anyways, went down to the OR, and as I was going to sleep, I looked around and I realized that there was absolutely no females in the room. It was all men, which was a weird thing to think, specifically because of what I was going in for. That was just kind of bizarre, but everybody made me feel super comfortable. I didn't have one nurse be kind of a douche, but other than that, like, honestly, it was the best care that I've gotten in a really long time. When I woke up in the recovery room, I got some extra meds and slept for a little bit, and then was taken back up to my room. They tried to feed me lunch. It was disgusting. It was like rice and chicken and mush, and I just had the soup because I was so scared of throwing up. But yeah, and then I called my mom, and she came up and got me around 4:30, and I went home, or to her house rather, and recovery has begun. So today I had to take out the stent that was in place. It was really long. It was like half a foot long. I thought it was like a little thing like that, but no, it was like over the size, like 2 sides of my hands. Like, it was crazy. Maybe I'll show you guys later. It's kind of gross, but whatever. I'm always there for the gross content. And the other thing is, I've just been so tired, and just like my throat's really sore. They had the strap on me with the oxygen mask, and they ended up like, you can barely see it, but there's like a slight cut all the way down here. You can kind of see it all the way down there, and then all here is bruised and swollen, and some parts are really really numb, and some parts are like really really sensitive. And then my eyes, I know this is minute, but they put tape over my eyes to keep them shut. I guess they were open, and when they ripped it off, they did rip some of my skin, which is fine. When I woke up, I was in so much pain, so much pain, and I was thinking, oh my god, this didn't work, something's wrong. But they told me that I had already passed the big stone. Where did it go? I was straining my urine. Where did it go? I was hoping to catch that fucker and like put it in a baggie and like yell at it. That's how bad I wanted to catch that thing. But we didn't catch it, so I don't know how that works. But there were a bunch of stones left in my kidney that they blasted out. So I still have the cramping. I'm taking the Tamsulosin for the cramping and to keep my ureter open. And then I'm on antibiotics hardcore for 3 days. And then, the Tamsulosin is for 14 days. The antibiotics are for 3. And then I just had some pain meds just to kind of top everything up and make sure that I am at least comfortable, which I am. This has been a really shitty journey. I'm so upset because I missed Fashion Week with Lo, and I was really looking forward to that, and that turned into a negative. Yeah, so I will put the video together and post it. I know there's stuff that happened before that I have video and footage of, but I'll just end up deleting it because it wasn't anything important. Yeah, so I'm gonna go and see Lilu tomorrow, make sure he's okay with food and all that stuff, and then just rest, and hopefully this brain fog goes away because it is really, really hard to concentrate, and it's honestly so hard to, even though I'm exhausted, I want to stay awake, but then I'm exhausted and my eyes just shut on their own and I fall asleep. So I don't remember any YouTube videos that I've watched in the last couple of days. I don't remember any Judge Judy episodes that I've watched in the last couple of days. I have no clue what's happened on any show because I'm just so out of it. So I'm hoping that with fluids and once the bleeding stops and all that stuff, I will feel a little bit better. But yeah, so thank you guys for coming on my journey. Thanks everyone that got a hold of me and all that stuff. And Lo, you're amazing if you're watching this. So yeah, and shout out to my mom for taking care of me because she's been an absolute gem. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm gonna try and get some more sleep if I can. I'm in a fair bit of pain, but it's definitely tolerable and more manageable than it was, obviously. And yeah, I will do a video on my ER experience because that was scary, really, really scary. Yeah, talk to you later, guys.